Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. XRP prices down some more. Oh my god, this guy is a fallen. My god, Gersberms. You guys know about the my god memes. Look, I know that's almost a decade old now, but I'm just not going to stop using it. It's always going to be funny to me. Look, I want to be clear here. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have a financial background. I'm definitely not offering advice. Do not buy or sell because I'm happy to talk about this topic. But in terms of price action, my gosh, there are some people that are losing their ever-loving minds. And so I'm gonna offer a few things in this video. First of all, I'm gonna share with you some of the analysts that I've been following regarding recent price action. Share with you some of the things that they've said. I'm gonna share with you this piece titled "Here's Why XRP Could Soon Jump to the Upside After 20% Drop," and I'm gonna share with you my general feelings on what is reasonable behavior when investing in a highly risky, volatile asset. Which, again, is just my opinion. You should get not financial advice. You want to be super duper clear on that. I know you guys are tired of hearing that in every single video, but it's the right thing to do because there's always new people coming on board to this channel. And I don't want to pretend to be someone or something I'm not. That's important to me. So anyway, before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, I'd appreciate the support. And also go ahead and get down with your best self by subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel. Which, by the way, is the Moon Lamboist of all channels on the YouTubes. XRP currently at 26.5 cents. Bitcoin is at $11,386 as I record this, with the market cap for the asset class at $360 billion, and Bitcoin dominance still down to just 58.42%. Now, look, I get it. We've all got skin in the game here, right? We've all got skin in the game. And it's easy when you have real money invested in something and you see the price action going in a negative direction. It's easy to freak out. And what are people doing? There have been so many people. This is literally what people are doing. You can see it in the charts. And it's not just XRP, of course, but people are just selling. Oh my god, it's going down. And people are acting like herd animals, which is something that is to be expected. This happens with stocks. Okay, this is not surprising stuff, but you need to really take this to heart and understand this, in my humble opinion. Because I think that emotion needs to be taken out of the buying and selling process. It needs to be, the buying and selling decisions should be made on a cold, hard logic when it's something like this. My humble opinion. If you want to choose to buy based on emotion, go for it. I think that's a bad idea. Just my humble opinion on that right here. And so consider this. I think this is what I wanted to pull up. Yeah, take a look at this tweet. Hopefully this adds a little bit of perspective, because look, when I jumped into this in late 2017, when I first purchased XRP, it was November 2017. I've always been like a long-term type of guy, so for me, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to probably hold this for 5-10 years, whatever. And I had only been in the space for like less than a week at this point. I had already made up my mind. Actually, from day one, I was like, no, I'm just going to hold this forever. And just not literally, but for a very long period of time, and just kind of see what happens. And so consider this. This is from XRP community member Stuart XRP. And it's just a little like made-up people. Bob and Alice having a fake conversation, but with real interesting information inside. So check this out. So Bob says, which is a made-up individual, Bob says, XRP's bear market is taking ages. It's been 966 days since XRP was at $3.83, all-time high. So frustrating. Alice responds to Bob, and she says, also not a real human, but Alice says, I had to wait 1,214 days for XRP to break its original all-time high of 6 cents in 2013, making new ones in 2017. Think about that. What if you bought in at the top at 6 cents? Because look, there was, even back then, I would argue there was way less certainty about the long-term viability of XRP, way more risk. Like, it's still highly risky. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's risky investing in crypto, whether it's XRP or Bitcoin. I don't care which crypto you pick. It is, let's just be real about that. I'm confident. It doesn't speak to my confidence. I'm highly confident I'm Mr. XRP Bull, but it's still freaking risky. It just is. And so, it was even more risky back then. Now there's at least a lot, infinitely more reasons to be bullish on XRP because it's functionally being used today. Developers have built an ecosystem. It's amazing what's happening. I could not be more confident for the long-term viability of XRP. But consider that from 2013, you had to wait until the end of 2017 Or actually, it wasn't the end. No, it did go up to, it did break above that. I think by May it even hit like 40 cents, so I take that back. But still, even the first half of 2017, to wait that long for it to go from, because it went from 6 cents, which was its back then all-time high, back down to like half a penny. Imagine if you lost that, because that was a 12-fold increase from half a penny to 6 cents. Imagine if you lost all that. That would be devastating, right? It would be devastating to people. And again, so emotion is a factor here. But that's why I wanted to talk about this. Because it's people buying and selling, if you just understand this is how humans behave, and then choose not to participate, in my humble opinion, that's the way to go for myself, anyway. And I'm not, because look, either XRP is going to be a thing and it's going to be here for decades and decades, and there's going to be real utility that has staying power, or it's not, right? Reasonable? Okay. So if that's the freaking case, what's happening right now? Because the price action you're seeing today has nothing to do with that. And if XRP has true staying power, my investment thesis personally is that utility matters and will win the day. I say it all the time. I'm always going to say it because I think it's important. It's how I feel about this. And so if I'm right, then all of this price action right here and people emotionally buying and selling, which is not based on real world usage of XRP, it's not going to matter. And so that's why I've been dollar cost averaging and purchasing XRP initially around 20 cents. And I bought it, I think I bought like 20 of them at like $2.55. And I was like, oh my God, it might never come back down. I was like, I'll get 20 more. And that was like the highest I ever purchased. I didn't buy much at all. After that, I was like, I'm done. I was like, at least I got a little shred of it, but because I'd only been in crypto so long to that point. But then once it came back down, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a long opportunity. I suspect. I was like, we're entering a bear market. I learned about market cycles. I was like, I'm probably going to have a ton of time to accumulate, and I was right. I had years. So once it got close to 50 cents, I've been dollar cost averaging in ever since. I bought it as low as 15 cents recently. That's the lowest I got to purchase it, even lower than when I jumped into crypto in November 2017. And I happen to have bought more today. So how about that? I bought it today at 25.9 cents. Am I going to freak out if XRP goes back down to 20 cents or 25, or 15 cents again? No, because it doesn't freaking matter. Either this asset class is going to be worth substantially more or it's not. And the price action we're seeing today, in my humble opinion, doesn't freaking matter. It's interesting and it's fun to talk about. It doesn't freaking matter. And so I'm taking emotion out of all this. And I was listening to a video from DIY Investing. Runs a great trading channel. It's been blowing up. I mention him on the channel from time to time when we're talking about price. He made a video where he was just speaking in generalities, but the reason that I love this video in particular, the one he put out here, and I mean, he puts out great content regardless, just the style in which he does it. It's easy to understand, it's engaging, entertaining, all that stuff. But what he was saying the same things that I've been saying since the beginning of my channel. And I'm not a trader and I'm not offering financial advice, but I'm not interested in learning how to read charts like he knows how to do. I'm glad that there are people like him that have that genuine interest, because you can learn from him, in my humble opinion, just people that are traders in general. But he's saying the same stuff about, so what's happening right now? Are you panic selling right now? Are you making decisions based on emotion? Because look, if you want to sell and you want to get out, do it. But the point that he was making, it's the same thing I keep driving home. If it's based on emotion, might be a bad idea. Might be a really, really, really bad idea. And so he was talking about how people say, oh my gosh, I wish that if I would just known what happened the last market cycle with Bitcoin, I would have just bought a bunch, this or that. And he drew the parallels in this video of what the chart looks like now and the point we are along the curve compared to the last market cycle. And he's like, well, you say that you would have bought it if you were there back then. You kind of got the chance now. This chart looks the same. Put your money where your mouth is. He didn't say it like that, but he didn't say put your money where your mouth is. That's me talking here. But effectively, that's kind of the message that was being delivered. And so I'm completely on the same page. I will not react emotionally. And I don't care what price action I see. I'm just going to keep buying until this thing ultimately goes parabolic one day. Or I'm going to ride this bitch to zero, whichever happens. It's good, okay? It's going to be one or the other, okay? And hopefully I'm right about the likelihood of the direction that I think it's going in terms of actual real-world adoption, and if I'm wrong, I will make peace with that, but I think I'm right. I do think I'm right here. I was also listening to Wooston here. He had a video he put out today about, this one was specifically about XRP. The DIY investing one, which I encourage you to watch if you're interested in, and it is, so it's not an XRP channel, it is about trading, but if you're interested in that type of thing, which I am from time to time, even though I don't want to learn charts myself, he was talking about general market cycles and such. It's very interesting still. Now, Wooston, he was, one of the points that he was making is simply that this is not an XRP thing when it came down. It's a market thing. That's one of the things that I took away from that. And that always rings true to me, though, because it's very clear if you zoom out on a chart, even for somebody as simplistic as me that doesn't want to learn how to read charts, if you have eyeballs and you look at the last 7 years or so, almost 8 years that XRP has been on markets traded, you can see that, not down to the second, the minute, the day, whatever, but XRP is undeniably following the price action of Bitcoin. I've been saying that forever. If you haven't looked at such a chart, which I've shown on this channel before, look at it. It is. XRP, the differences between the coins are not being sufficiently parsed out. Everybody as a whole is just betting on the crypto asset class with, some people like me, fine, and maybe you even, that are looking at utility and the way in which crypto is going to have staying power, fine. There are some of us, but I'm still saying there's not enough to make XRP decouple from Bitcoin today. I think that will change in the future, but today it is not the case here. And so I just wanted to point out, to me, when all this happens, whether, I don't care how low we go, even when XRP got down to 11 cents, do you think I was sweating it one bit? No. No, hell no, absolutely not. XRP isn't going away because people choose to sell at local lows and just give away give their XRP away to the predators that are jumping in to happily take it. No, absolutely not here. And so all I'm saying, while I'm not offering financial advice, I am saying, take the emotion out of it. If you're freaking out about it, let me ask you this too. Maybe this will help a little bit if you're emotionally responding, which just makes you a human. I'm not being harsh on you. That's not my intent here. In fact, I sympathize with you. But because I understand, I felt that stuff. Well, I don't feel that anymore, but I used to when I first entered the space. And let me ask you this. Do you think that XRP is going to be here in a year? Is it functionally going to be used? Is it going to be used for on-demand liquidity, perhaps some other use cases? If the answer is yes, if you believe that, and you answer that for yourself, does any of this matter right now? Any of this price action? For me, the answer is no. In fact, if anything, if you're an opportunist type, for many people anyway, it's just a buying opportunity. Now, as far as the potential upside, let's hop into this piece. Here's why XRP could soon jump to the upside after a 20% drop. Like Bitcoin, XRP has faced a strong pullback over the past few days after peaking last week. As of this article's writing, the leading altcoin is down 5% in the past 24 hours. XRP now trades for 26.5 cents, which is below a number of pivotal technical resistances in the near term. According to the Tom DeMark sequential, XRP will soon see a reversal to the upside. The technical indicator recently formed a buy 9 candle per the TD sequential, which suggests prices will soon move higher from current levels. So there you go. Do you feel better now? Look, maybe this will happen, maybe it won't. And that'd be great if it does. And if it doesn't, guess what? The sky, the sun will rise tomorrow. Okay, XRP will still exist, and Ripple will still be building out the use case regardless of all of the ridiculous craziness in terms of price action. Let other humans flip out and use emotion. Why don't you just not? That's how I feel anyway. So they're right. This isn't the only technical sign suggesting XRP will soon move higher. The head of technical analysis at BlockFire, a crypto research firm, recently wrote the following on the XRP chart below. XRP still consolidating around the ever so important S/R that dates back 3 years, ultimately expecting this to move up over the next few months at its own pace. Eyes on 47.5 cents in the coming weeks. You despise money if you don't own XRP. Maximum point of financial opportunity is right at these levels. Look, there's a reason I don't flip out. There is a reason. There's plenty of reason. My gosh. I know humans behave like this. I've been watching humans behave like this for almost 3 damn years at this point. I am not fazed. I do not care. Let them do it. I'm not going to participate in that game. I'm just going to keep purchasing because that's what I decided is right for me. It's still risky, and again, not financial advice, but there we go. So I'll just go ahead and leave it there, but I'll end the same video the same way I do every time. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.